when I catch that Spectrum guy outside. I'm going to come up to the car, swing that door open, I'm going to grab his ass, I'm going to throw him on the ground, fucking... And for some other reasons in Ohio, the internet was just not working. Not working great. I tried to stream. We tried to get some content out for you boys, and it just didn't happen. You know, we're on the road to 200, so that was pretty big for me, but it's okay. So I had to come back with some heat today and give you some reactions to some of the fights that I actually had fun watching, because this was a pretty damn good card. But it's unfortunate I don't have anything live for you, but I think I'll give you a really good reenactment of everything. So we're going to go ahead and start. First fight of the night, Oki, Chris Duncan. This one, honestly, I told you it was a coin flip. I didn't really care who was going to win. Oki came in as a favorite, and he let a lot of people down because, wow, Chris Duncan sunk that choke in so fucking good. And, like, it was the second attempt, I believe, that he caught him with the ghillie. And shout out to Dustin Poirier, jump the ghillie, whatever the fuck the whole slogan is. And when he got him in the choke, good thing there's no live reaction, because I was swearing that this was not working. I was like, yo, this ghillie ain't even working. Ghillies don't even work in the UFC. Look at Dustin Poirier. He don't even get ghillies. And then he let go of it, and I'm like, look, boom, he's good. And then I look away because I'm like, oh, okay, cool, he's in top mount, easy. He's just gone. He's out. And Chris Duncan screaming, he's out, he's out, he's out. I don't know what happened there. That was a crazy one. Shout out to Chris Duncan. It was a pretty good win. Actually, that's all I really wanted to say. He got on the mic and he had a pretty good moment talking about how he didn't get the mic his last couple fights. I thought that was pretty cool. Shout out his mom, I think, or something like that. No disrespect. I didn't mean it like that. But shout out him. That was a really good win. Next, Jacqueline Cavalcante versus Nora Cornell. Anyway, exactly what I said was going to happen. Cavalcante played the outside, popped her up. I really was not paying too much attention to this fight because the internet stuff was going on, stream was down. So this one, thankfully, I knew was like a cruise because I was able to try to fix shit. Nothing got fixed, but this one was good. Easy win for me on the books. Didn't really have to do much. Came in, saw, conquered. Easy. Next, Perez and Altamirano. This one was actually a pretty good fight. This is where I gave up with the stream stuff and I just wanted to watch the fights. This one was pretty good. Perez was knocking this dude down. Altamirano, I actually think they traded knockdowns in one round, which was pretty cool. Altamirano really could have had it by the end of the third round, but didn't come through with it. And this one was just a really good fight. Like, you know that meme where it's like the average flyweight and it's like the anime fight and it's like the average heavyweight bout, and it's like, you know, this one was a very, very accurate depiction of that meme right there. Love it. This one was good. Even though I didn't expect it. I thought it was a coin flip, of course. All the knockdowns proved that I should have been, rightfully so. But I didn't really know these dudes coming into it. Perez, maybe I'll remember your name next time because you are pretty cool. Next, switching over from Perez to Perez. Obviously, my queen, Eileen Perez, came out here, put on a show, put on an after show, and, you know, she probably had an encore in the back. You know, she was all on Twitter talking her shit. So, I appreciate her because she did exactly what I needed her to do. Get that Shevchenko ripoff to the mat, lay on top of her, show the thighs, choke her out. It was nice. Pennington couldn't even do against Bueno Silva. And I just thought that was very interesting as she got the squeeze off from the top control, which is not very common. So that just probably proves that Zalesniakovia, whatever her name is not that great at submission defense. So that's just all I got to say about that one. Here's how I felt about Eileen after the fight and during the fight. So this is when she was walking out. And then when she won, I hit... All right, Taylor Lapilus, brother, you are just boring. And you coast all the way to your victories. And I'm just so mad that I watch you fight and you just don't provide anything entertaining to the sport. Like, you deadass just stand on the outside. You don't engage very well. And then you just, like I said, coast to victory. So there's not much to say about this one. I probably had a very boring look on my face. Probably pissed off because how boring it was. I can actually remember telling how many other people in the Discord that I was very upset watching this fight because it ain't going to be a finish. Just to go back to you for the Eileen Glaze, Ludovic Klein could have got the same deal if he would have actually finished the fight. This fight was pretty good. I want to give him props because he did do what he needed to do against a very tall Roosevelt Roberts. Can't believe that he didn't finish him. Can't believe they have the same exact reach or something like that, or maybe it's only like a 2-3 inch difference. But the fact that it went to decision, I hate to break it to you guys. Ludovic is good. This just was not his night to get a finish. It was a hard opponent to get it off against. I think I've said it before. 7-inch height difference is kind of hard to overcome, especially not just to win, but like to finish. So, a step under what he was, what a hard task would be for him. That's not that bad. Unanimous decision. He got it done. There was no question about it. Shout out Ludovic. I'm rooting for you again, my guy. Umar, not sure if I say it ever correct, but a lot of people were mad at you for this performance, and I thought this is exactly what you needed to do. Wrestle. I knew you weren't going to get a finish once I realized that your opponent was not an easy task to finish. It's just those guys from that region, man. They're hard to finish. Is that Omar could have, but he didn't. And, he can do a lot of different stuff. I'm not seeing the striking as well as it shows on paper. He does have 4 finishes, but like I was hoping to see a little more evolution to the game right there, but he's still kind of sluggish on the feet. Wrestling is amazing, and like that's perfect. That's all you need to do right now with what weight class you're in and where you're going to be, I guess. This is perfect for you. Just go ahead and keep honing in your craft. Get some submissions, though. I know you just got one last fight. This fight with Kutaloba and Urslan, why was it the featured prelim bout? I don't know. It wasn't like horrible. I actually enjoyed watching it because there was some moments where they like traded and there was some good moments for each of them. Even though Urslan got outclassed and like broke his fucking knee or something by the end of the fight, I'll eat my words on that one. Shout out Kutaloba. Give you some props, my guy. I'm not gonna root for you next time, but I'll give you some props on that one. Specifically, that one right there. This fucking fight between Frivola and that other tall guy. Wow, I am like in shock still because like thinking about how crazy that knockout was, you just got to understand that he hit him perfectly. Like this is my reenactment of the move. Framed. Boom. Right? But like the fact that it went picture perfect like that and Matt's body went straight down, knees. There was no buckling. They just got swept from underneath him with all the momentum that his body was like, carrying, and he just let straight on his back. And I want to make a point that he took 3 unnecessary shots after it. We knew he was out. And I only bring that up. I wouldn't be that guy unless I wanted to talk about it next fight. So keep that in mind. This one was a little excessive. 3 shots to a dude who's laying flat on his back, arms not even in the air, not even stiff. Like he's just limp dead. That was crazy. Going into this next fight with Cherie and Miranda. That's next. Yes. Miranda has a lot of subs. I've been saying it. I know I ate my words on this one that he didn't get it, but I want to make a point that this was an early stoppage. I don't care that the Frenchman got a knockdown, okay? He did knock him, and he goes to the mat. Okay, but my guy, arms are up. He's in his guard. His legs are up. But the ref is diving for his life. Like he's like saving a bullet type shit. And like that's what pisses me off. It's like you let Matt Frivola, I know it's different refs, blah, blah, blah. Every situation's different and yada, yada, yada. But bro, I'm tired of seeing people hit their back after a strike and like they don't get a chance to fucking fight. I know Frivola shouldn't have got a chance to fight. I agree with that one. So maybe I'm just, nitpicking because I need to cope with the loss that Miranda didn't get a sub. But that was one strike. Dude went down to his back, and Cherie went down there and missed a strike, and then he stops it. Like, it was crazy to me because Miranda was probably going to recover, and he probably would have got him in his guard, and Cherie would have been very overzealous to get that finish on the ground, and he might have pulled out the sub. I do believe this. Cope or not, I do believe this. They should have gave him a little more time to fight. Whatever. Next, Brian fucking Battle, man. This dude does what he does. He comes out here, wins fights convincingly, puts people out. We're going to talk about another early finish. This one was not early. I don't agree that this one was early, even though he was on his feet, and I'll make that case about somebody later in this. It was not early at all. Brian was beating the shit out of this dude. He was not going to fight back. Even at the end of the fight, he just like ran away. He wasn't like hurt or anything. He was just like not going to fight back. He was just done. So shout out Brian. He came out here and got this dub for us. Came out here, dropped the elite promo. And then, told the Frenchman, fuck it, and that's cool. I fuck with that. So shout out Brian, all gold, everything. We're coming out here for the belt 2025. Fuck whatever the highest class of robbery is, bank robbery, fucking diamond heist, I don't know. But William Gomi is the head fucking leader of that shit. This dude here did not do anything to win the fight. Maybe one round. I think I scored him one round. Maybe it was round 1 or round 2, something like that. Maybe it was even round 3. I don't even remember because I don't think he won any of the fight. I think it was close-ish, but Brito was doing everything to make this fight a fight. William Gomi did not have anything for it, and that was crazy that he won right here. this one was definitely some French bias. I'm just saying, because then I had to listen to his fucking accent after it. And let me actually go back to Cherie, because we're going to talk about post-fight speech. I don't want to talk about the Frenchies. I want to talk about him specifically. He came out there and talked about how all my plan was to beat the shit out of this dude, and I did it. Miranda was actually winning that fight, my guy. The fact that you got one strike, he hit the ground, big whoop. You were not beating nobody's ass, beating the shit out of nobody. You were not doing that great that fight. You can fight me all you want on that one, but I do believe Miranda was going to win that fight, and I believe he was going to finish it once he hit the mat. Argue with a wall. Back to William Gomi. This guy here got on the mic too, and I just didn't want to hear it at that point, because he's a robber. He is a motherfucking robber. Next, I knew exactly what was going to happen in this fight, and I told myself that I'm an idiot and that I should switch up and give Brendan Allen a chance. 7-fight win streak, or 8, whatever the fuck it was. And then Imavov only riding on a 2-fight win streak, and then a no contest with fucking Chris Curtis, and then a loss to Sean Strickland. You know, why would he be so high up in the rankings all of a sudden? And I get it's because he's been more active. You know, Brendan Allen's an active dude too. But the fact that he gets all the way to this position, right, and he just sucks. And I knew it was coming, because I arguably knew that Chris Curtis won that fight, that rematch, on short notice. That was 2 short notice victories for Chris Curtis in my book. And the fact that he came out here gassed almost instantly after that first round, he had nothing to offer for, you know, Imavov. And people on Twitter, and even like some of the bigger channels like the ESPN House of Highlights or whatever, they're like, should have Brendan Allen have stuck with the striking? Would he have won this match? It's like, no, he was getting pieced up. I don't know what you guys were seeing. Imavov's hands are actually pretty fucking quick. Like, when he gets on the inside, he can rip a 2, 3, 4 combo and get out. And like, that was pretty nice to see from him, because other than that, there was nothing impressive about him. This was the most unimpressive fight that I've seen in a pretty good time. The fact that it wasn't 5 rounds was a blessing when I found that out, because this would have been so bad. Brendan Allen, I knew the eye test just did not pass for you. I'm just going to leave it at that. Imavov, shout out you for the dub, but I still don't think you're there. You called out for a title shot or some shit like that. It's like, bro, the number 1 contender is a dude you lost to like last year. What are you talking about? You gotta go get your get backs first. So it's whatever. And he said he's not gonna fight Hamzat. I just want to throw that in there. Brendan Allen, I want to make the point too. His striking is never gonna be good enough for the top of this division. And that is crazy. He's actually gonna be Paul Craig very, very soon. For this main event, wow, was I wrong? And was I so happy to be wrong? This one here, Renato Moicano, Money Moicano. Holy shit, this dude is a mauler. To do that to BSD, I will give some slack. BSD coming off that knockout with Staff, coming into this one, something was clearly up with him. That first round, he got fucked. And that second round, he obviously couldn't do anything because he couldn't see. And Renato, shout out to him, he took that second round off, because I felt like he knew the fight was going to get over, because the doctor was going to step in, because those cuts were right around the eye. And I don't think he wanted to inflict any more punishment. He already did the job of 5 rounds in that one sequence, you know? Renato really came in, did his thing, and I'm still going to stick to it that I think Patty will give a very tough competition for him. But maybe I have to side with Renato now. After what I've just seen, anything's possible, and I really want to side with performances like that, you know? Patty's coming off a really good performance too, so I'm not siding against him. But wow, was this a stellar performance from Renato. Got on the mic, did his thing. I love to see it, and I can't wait to see more from this dude. This was a great card. Everybody who was here, shout out you. Notable things that I want to say: Eileen Perez, great girl, good fighter, really, really tough opponent. Money Moicano loves money. Didn't even get his 50 G's, but I feel like he'll get a check somewhere in the line. He'll get a check. That's just my opinion. Everybody, have a great night. Hopefully we got this fucking shit recapped and wrapped up for you, because you missed everything yesterday. But I gave you a good, something. So, yeah, bye.